it.
What are we doing, Brody?
Right now, well, we're going to be testing out dry mesh light, narrow mesh,
And 3S.
and 3S.
In the rain.
In the fucking rain.
See how it goes. Look at this photo. I'm all wet, but
I'm sorry.
alright. Well, today, as like you saw earlier in the video, the little like shooting around part, we were testing meshes in rain, and it went pretty well, I'd say. What'd you say?
Yeah,
it didn't go bad. Like didn't change much. But yeah. You want to talk about the code, or you want to talk about this?
Keep going.
Talk about this?
Yeah.
Okay. So I got a command, a UA command. It has shrinking 3S in it. The right now we shot around like a few hours ago, like 3 hours ago maybe, or yeah, because it's 8:30.
It's around like 3:30.
Yeah, about 3 or 4 hours ago, and like the mesh is dry right now. There's like no water on the mesh. The mesh is super dry, but the shooters are really soaked still. So is the nylon, which I'd say is good. You know, means it didn't soak in, which is good. But that also means that when I was using it, the water that was on the mesh was sitting on the outside of the mesh, and it was sitting between the ball and the mesh, and like the little surface area stuff in there. And you could really feel that like when you try to cradle and stuff, because the ball was moving around. It was like it wasn't just sitting in the pocket anymore, you know. So that's what I found today.
You talk about like your passes.
Oh, I mean, my passes aren't that good anyways. They kind of flow most of the time. But I mean, I really rely on the shooters and stuff when I do things, so. You know?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Since I was there with you.
Yeah, so that's.
Supposedly.
So that's kind of all I found out was like, since I rely on the shooters and the nylon, my shooting and my passing were not that off, but they were still a little bit off because you know the ball was wet. But just holding the ball in the pocket is weird because the ball doesn't sit anymore. There's no grip on the ball anymore. So it just rattles around in there. Yeah. There was a part when it showed that in the video, but it wasn't recording, so kind of lost that one.
Yeah, the GoPro died.
Yeah, we're not good at this yet.
Like 2 minutes in.
Alright, so I'm done with that. Alright, talk about your thing.
This is my Lakota U. It's strung with SCX dry mesh light, and I've been using it for about a month and a half.
Yeah, maybe.
About a month and a half. I've been using it, you know, shoot around outside on the field nets and in our indoor games too. I got a couple of Genos and some assists. It's not a lie though.
It's not.
It's
You're
not.
leading points, so it's fine.
I'm leading points on our team, 16. So when we were shooting around today in the rain, I didn't notice if the mesh was banging out or not. But even though I didn't notice if I was doing that, but you still feel the water between the ball and the mesh, like Tyler said. You know, even if the mesh is hydrophobic, you can still, there's still inconsistency. See you smiling in the video. You know, my passes were still on. They were still, right around this area over here.
The box.
Yeah, within the box. It's more of a rectangle. Most of my passes kind of go like lower. But my shots, they weren't too bad. I was still hitting the net most of the time. I didn't have any shots where you just kind of.
I had one.
Yeah, you
kind of just went straight up.
Yeah. So even though it did perform pretty good, I don't really like dry mesh light as it is. Tyler had a piece and he didn't like it.
Yeah, I didn't like it. It strung up weird and it was just, I don't know, it was just weird mesh.
Oh my god. Dude, we're doing something right now.
We're recording a thing real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, we good. Alright, go.
Alright. Just cut the But yeah, I do like, I can pass and I can shoot with it pretty good. I score with it. But it just doesn't feel like a complete product. But it did work. Major points because it did work.
Yeah.
It wasn't like auto mesh.
Auto mesh is weird.
Auto mesh sucks. Yeah. So it's my Lakota U with dry mesh light. It's pretty nice.
It's really nice. Alright.
Yeah. Alright. Then, we didn't get any of it in the video. I did use this in the rain too. My Stallion U 550 with Hero Mesh, semi-soft. Performed the same as the dry mesh light in the rain. I could still pass and catch, go behind the back and stuff. But it did feel kind of rubbery, like when you would pass or just when the ball was moving around when you're cradling. It felt like there was just something off about it when it was wet, more so than the dry mesh light. But you can still catch and shoot with it. So
I guess
it works.
out of all three of these, they weren't that bad in the rain.
Yeah.
You could still use them. They're still good, but they're, I don't know, be a little weary of when you use them, because there are slight differences in the pockets. So that's our findings.
Yeah.
Rain doesn't mean bad. Sticks still perform in rain, no matter the performance mesh you're using. Yeah, that's good, right?
Yeah.
Alright. We don't really have an outro, so we're kind of just gonna sit here until you guys go away.